So she's got the landline.
Yep.
Joseph.
Yeah. Well, you're not answering.
How's your mom doing?
She's all right.
She good?
Yeah.
All right. Tell
Sure.
her I said hello.
All right. Famous Bill from the Bill and Joe Show says hello, Mom.
Yeah. If she needs me to sign anything, you let her know.
Oh, you'd co-sign for her?
I would.
That would be great.
Let her know that for a mere $15, like T-shirts, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
From the merch store.
Speaking of, okay, so I ran into Brandon. You remember my old buddy Brandon?
Sure.
I didn't run into him. He walked by me at the Goo Goo Dolls show.
Oh, really?
He's still that guy. Like he was fashionably late, of course. And the acoustics were actually really good.
Yeah, it sounds good down there.
It is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Who have you seen down there? Because I thought they were going to be at SEFQ Center Stage. They were like right underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
I was impressed with Peoria. Peoria impressed me. It gives me goosebumps thinking about it.
I told you from the beginning it was going to be good.
I never... Okay, but I'm not talking about the Goo Goo Dolls.
No. I meant the show was going to be
the setup was really... You had to walk kind of around.
Right. That's where they have the fair, like the steamboat and all that stuff.
Right, and they even had that. They had corn dogs, and they had all kinds of
yeah, of course they
nachos and soda and beer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was the wrong environment for me to take my 9 and 6-year-old.
Oh, you took them to the show?
Yeah. It was London's birthday present.
Sorry, London.
Yeah. Well, London was kind of like into it at first. He was like, this is interesting. All these people. But then there was this pack of like 4 guys that you could just tell. I don't even think they met before that night, but you could just tell that they were all kind of the same guy in college. Mm-hmm. Like the frat boy, but now they're old and they put on way too much weight, so they can't pull that off anymore because every girl that walked by, they had something to smile about or say to or nudge.
They're still trying to hook up.
Yeah.
After all this time, it's like... how you doing?
And they're all drunk, and they're just taking selfies with one another.
Yeah.
And, they didn't go on stage until 10, 15.
What?
Yeah. I mean, it took forever.
Why?
We wanted to skip Philip Phillips. I wasn't taking him down there for that crap.
Uh-huh.
So we got there. Perfect timing on our part. Phillips was wrapping up his shit on his stage.
Why did they go on so late?
I don't know.
That sounds...
We made it like 5 songs in, and the kids were just like, Dad.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, it's fucking midnight.
Thank you for bringing us here, and just like you were saying, Johnny, I was expecting him to sound like shit because Johnny's 51.
Okay.
Didn't know that, but 51 years old, still could hit the notes. I was pleasantly surprised. Still even had that charm on the microphone.
Okay.
Like so the bridge is like right above the stage, and he just like randomly like in the middle, he's like, man, like this is a really cool setup you guys got down here, man. Give yourself a round of applause. And everybody's like, yeah,
Peoria,
yeah. And he was like, if every time a semi drives over my head, like I think, if the guy fell asleep in a semi, kind of lands on me,
right?
Who can say that they went out like that, So thank you guys for having us in town, man. This is a really sweet setup. I was like, that was charming. I expected the charm to be gone, like just be like, I cannot believe we're in fucking Peoria. You know what I mean?
No,
like I expected him to.
I don't understand that mentality because if you're in a band and you're doing what you love, which is you're making money,
what they're doing,
playing music, you have to realize that if you know anything about the history of media, you have a window, and when that window's out, you're done.
Oh, okay.
Look at all the bands that he grew up loving. I mean, yeah, it's true you got like the Beatles, so Paul McCartney's always going to have a sellout crowd.
Guns N' Roses are selling out crowds. I mean, the Rolling Stones.
Because they got back together.
All right.
They didn't do new music. They aren't producing content that make people want to get out there. If they do this tour again next year, the crowds are going to get smaller, and they're going to have to do smaller venues.
Which their ego,
happens.
but their ego, like I don't think that Guns N' Roses ego could be able to handle that downgrade. Do you agree with that, or?
I think that their bank accounts, because they got a machine to feed. They got kids now. They got wives. They have ex-wives, alimony, child support.
Right.
They got all this shit going on, and they've gotten accustomed to being multimillionaires.
Right.
And when you got to split half of that with all these people, and you're paying for college and all this shit,
Right.
all of a sudden it's like, whoa. The accountant says I got to get rid of 3 cars, and I got to downgrade my house. We better go on tour. Hey, Axl, let's get back together.
Well, okay. All right, true. But, I mean, what I'm saying is, like, I mean, the Goo Goo Dolls were kind of, like, in the same time frame as Guns N' Roses, theoretically. I mean, they both started their bands around the same time. They're all 50 or plus.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like I said, I was impressed with the way that the city put it on for them, put that stage there, did all that. We'll get back to how many concerts you've seen down there, but I do kind of think, like, I used to see the Goo Goo Dolls at, like, prestigious, like, sellout Riviera in downtown Chicago.
Right.
Even when they played Springfield, they would have never touched Peoria 15 years ago because they were huge. They were opening up for Rolling Stones.
Well, I don't think that's
Aerosmith,
why. I think it's because they would do Chicago and St. Louis, and there's no need to do Peoria because all the people in Peoria are going to go to one of those. It's just not you can't saturate the market, otherwise you can't sell the tickets.
Okay.
Because if I can see in Peoria, I'm not driving to Chicago. You know what I mean?
But you've seen like bands like Slaughter that we catch at venues, and you just see the life being sucked out of them. Like, or I guess that's what I was expecting with the Goo Goo Dolls.
But they're not at that level yet. I mean, they're still playing. That's a pretty big show.
Dude, we're going to take a break real quick. All right, guys, we have got to take a break. We're going to take a break. This guy's going to kill us. We're going to take a break, but as we go to break, we are allowed to play this song for you. It is an amazing, amazing song. You can find them, and I'm going to spell this out to you because I do not know how to pronounce it. I think it's Isadora Den Music. I could be wrong, but it's ISADORAEDEN music.com. You can check out their new song. They released it here on this show first. So make sure you check them out on SoundCloud. Check them out on Facebook. Go to the .com. Check it out. If you like the song, you'll like everything they do. Thank you guys for listening to the Bill and Joe Show. We'll be right back.
I'm glad that you can forget. I'm glad that you don't have to live with regret. I'm glad you can push all this stuff from your mind. I'm glad that you live where the lines are defined. But all my doors are walls, and no one really calls. I've built myself a cage of bones, collected from beneath our homes. I'm glad that for you there are facts. I'm glad that you think you decide when to act. I'm glad that you've chosen what's right and what's wrong. I'm glad that you found a new place you belong. But all my doors are walls, and no one really calls. I've built myself a cage of bones, collected from beneath our homes. I'm glad that you know what to say. I'm glad you sleep fine at the end of each day. I'm glad that every single word you hear is true. I'm glad that you always know just what to do. But somehow I'm homesick even when I'm home. And somehow I'm lonely when I'm not alone. And now all my doors are walls, and no one really calls. I've built myself a cage of bones, collected from beneath our homes.
I was not expecting that. Welcome back to the Bill and Joe Show. Talk about eating a bag of dicks. Like, I mean, how many times he's had his friends parked in my spot? Like, I don't even.
I mean, that guy like was he mean mugged me like,
right,
and I couldn't tell if it was the sun in his eyes or
if that's just
if that was his death stare,
or if
from across the parking.
It's kind of how he looks all the time.
But he's like coming at me. I mean, not coming at me, but he's coming towards me. And you're yelling at him, "Hey, dude, hey, sorry, man, we'll move out of your way." And I look at him, I go, "Hey, man," and he's just like, "Motherfucker, shit." As he was eyeballing my car too, like what?
One day I will get out of this fucking ghetto ass fucking. I mean, I've been that guy. I'm pretty sure we're going to start smelling it. But, I mean, it has been so bad with the amount of marijuana that is smoked.
Oh, and you could tell he was all up and at it.
I mean, any time that you smoke enough that it comes through a wall.
Yeah. With
no regard.
You would hope there's like firewalls between these condos.
You would think.
But, I don't know, maybe not.
Maybe not. My point is like all day. Like all day. Like wake up in the morning, take a shower.
Sure.
Nothing better than getting out of the shower and smelling weed. It's great. As I light a cigarette.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure.
Yeah, appreciate that too, by the way.
Mean mug me on your way out. Now that pisses me off. See, I've had a rough couple of days with humans. I really have.
Yeah. It'll really get you into a fit of rage if you have multiple occurrences where nothing but assholes. Like,
but what do you do with it? Like, I know
it's so hard.
I mean, how do I let it out?
Yeah, that's tough because that what just happened right there was completely uncalled for.
Right. Like, on no stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
Unless he found me fucking his baby mama on his car.
Yeah, right.
Then I would understand it. But that was completely uncalled for, correct?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, I don't
know.
That's
not how you would act if somebody came out, "Hey, man, my bad."
Yeah, yeah. I could see being like, "Hey, can we not let this happen anymore?" You know?
It happens all the time with you, bro. I mean, no, not really.
Well, maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's like tit for tat for him then, you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying is like, never have I pulled in. Like, I'll just pull around and park in my garage.
If there's no opening.
If there's somebody parked in my spot, I'm not going to mean mug anybody.
Well, I don't understand why you're not always using the garage.
Well, I mean, I am because, it's so tight. It's such a tight fit. Like, I actually have to take my mirrors in.
Oh, really?
For it to fucking fit in the garage.
Yeah.
And with the kids, like, I'll do it when I'm by myself. But with the kids, they fucking swing doors open. I'm not trying to scratch my car.
You should just have them climb out the hatch.
Right. We're going out the ceiling, guys. But, I mean, I never ever said shit about it, and now I'm like, dude, his kid and my kids just